From teaching to giving, from going to education to nonprofit work. In 2009, I entered UNCW as a North Carolina teaching fellow. I knew from then what my classes were going to be, my obligations I had to fill, and what my future looked like. I chose my concentration that next year and completed my general education credits the following. I was well on my way to doing the most important major and job in the world. I did all my tutoring at various middle schools and elementary schools. I stayed after hours. I even taught classes when substitute teachers didn't come in. I spent time in classrooms at private schools, public schools, elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools. I learned the way of the children. I learned what we taught them in the American school systems and in the North Carolina state standards. As Edward Tyler said, culture is that complex whole which includes knowledge, belief, art, morals, law, custom, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by man as a member of society. Edward Tyler's right. We teach our children most of what they will learn and most of what makes them them in their elementary schools. I thought I was doing the world a big difference. I visited New York, I visited Baltimore inner city schools, and I visited very affluent schools within the Wilmington area, all of which were teaching the children the same things over and over with either better materials or worse. I got to watch children in art museums who had the time and the resources to go to them. And I also had children make their own art museums amongst the halls of their classroom. I enjoyed what I did. There was always something that I knew wasn't working in my behalf. I loved the children, but when I stopped to look at the world around me, I realized that there was a great injustice going on in the American school systems. I asked what our society was teaching these children. What habits and morals are we ingraining into their minds? Are these children becoming better or worse because of this? And do I really want to be a part of this part of our culture? Studies have shown some very disturbing facts about the United States school system. We are 7th in literacy compared to the rest of the world. We are 27th in our math skills compared to other countries. And we are 22nd in science. Yet, annually, we spend $809.6 billion on education. I learned the ways of our elementary schools, and our middle schools, and our school systems far too fast through all my experiences and classes. My opinion, in every school, although I love the students and I love the places, was that we were lazy and hollowly fulfilling national standards. Students weren't learning, but in the idea of cultural relativism, these students were getting exactly what they needed according to national standards in our society. I started looking at the field of psychology, also at the field of philosophy. These were my alternatives. But in the end, I realized two things. One, I wanted to help people. And two, I didn't want to change the way people learned or lived or thought. I wanted to learn from them and make things better, make things peaceful. Little did I know that after 3.5 years, 116 college credit hours later, I would actually find the most important job in the world, and it was far from the American school system. I wanted to serve in a country, and I wanted to help the Peace Corps. I want to work with nonprofits. Their motto is to serve in a country in the cause of peace by living and working in developing countries. Peace Corps volunteers continue to help countless individuals who want to build a better life for themselves, for their children, and their community. Helping the people of interested countries means providing them with a better understanding of Americans and also learning a better understanding of them. Compared to cultural relativism, culture should be understood in terms of their own values and beliefs and not judged on the standards of another country. I don't intend on going over to any country and change their lives. I just want to provide a better life and provide basic human needs to those that deserve it, which is every human being and every person that's living on this earth.